Hey Cowboys fans, hold on to your hats because I've got some earth-shaking news that's going to make your day, maybe even your whole week. I'm Alex, your host, and today we're diving into something massive. The Dallas Cowboys have pulled off a blockbuster trade with the Pittsburgh Steelers to bring wide receiver George Pickens to Dallas. Before we get started, I've got a quick shout out. Tons of you are watching my videos, which is amazing, and I love bringing you the latest on our Cowboys, but here's the thing, a lot of you haven't subscribed yet. Come on fam, hit that subscribe button right now. It takes 2 seconds and it means we can keep this Cowboys party going strong. Let's get those numbers up so we can keep talking football together. All right, now let's dig into this trade. It's juicy, it's exciting, and it's going to keep you glued to your screen. Imagine this, you're sitting there thinking the Cowboys are just coasting through the offseason, maybe focusing on injuries or small moves, then out of nowhere they hit us with this, a trade that's like a lightning bolt straight to the heart of Cowboys Nation. The Cowboys sent a 2026 third-round pick and a 2027 fifth-round pick to the Steelers, and in return they're getting George Pickens. Yes, the George Pickens plus a 2027 sixth-round pick. This isn't just a little tweak to the roster. This is a bold-in-your-face statement that the Cowboys are ready to shake things up and take the league by storm. Pickens is a wide receiver with skills that make your jaw drop, speed, hands, and a knack for making plays that end up on highlight reels for days. Over his 3 seasons in Pittsburgh, he's hauled in 174 catches for 2,841 yards and 12 touchdowns. Those are monster numbers, especially when you consider he didn't always have a top-tier quarterback throwing him the ball. Now he's wearing the star, and I'm already dreaming about what's coming next. So why did the Cowboys do this? Let's break it down real simple. Last season was tough, 7-10, no playoffs, and Dak Prescott sidelined with that hamstring injury. Our offense leaned hard on CeeDee Lamb, who's a total rock star, no doubt about it, but teams figured that out quick. They'd double-team Lamb, dare our other receivers to beat them, and we just didn't have that second punch to make him pay. Jalen Tolbert showed some promise, but he's still growing into that role now with Pickens in the mix. It's a whole new ballgame. This guy's a deep threat who can burn defenders down the field, opening up space for Lamb underneath, and those contested catches he's famous for. That's gold in the red zone, where we've had some hiccups turning drives into points. Pair him with Lamb and Dak's got 2 legit weapons to sling the ball to. I'm telling you, this could turn our offense from solid to straight up unstoppable. Let's talk about what we gave up for a third rounder in 2026 and a fifth rounder in 2027. That's not cheap, right? Draft picks are like gold in the NFL, and parting with them can feel like a gut punch, but here's why I'm not sweating it. Pickens is a proven talent, not some rookie who might bust if he delivers, and I think he will. Those picks are going to look like pocket change compared to what he brings to the table. Plus we got that 6th rounder back in 2027, so it's not like we're totally emptying the tank. This move says the Cowboys aren't just patching holes, they're loading up for a Super Bowl run. While Dak, Lamb, and Micah Parsons are in their prime, it's a gamble, sure, but it's the kind that gets your blood pumping. Now I know what some of you are thinking. Hold up, Alex, isn't Pickens a bit of a wild card? And yeah, you're not wrong. This dude's got some baggage. He's been fined a few times by the league for stuff like unsportsmanlike conduct, think taunting penalties or flipping out on the field. There's even that time Mike Tomlin, his old coach in Pittsburgh, told him point blank to grow up after a messy game. Off-field drama, on-field outbursts, it's part of the Pickens package. But here's where I'm staying optimistic. The Cowboys have a locker room that's built to handle this. Dak's a captain who leads by example, cool-headed and all about the team. Lamb's the same way, focused, hardworking, and not here for nonsense. If they can get Pickens to buy into the Cowboys way, channel that fire into his game instead of penalties, we're looking at a superstar in the making. It's a risk, but it's one that could pay off big time. Oh, and get this, Pickens is in the last year of his rookie contract. That's a little wrinkle in the story. After this season, the Cowboys have to decide, do they extend him with a shiny new deal or let him test free agency? If he lights it up in Dallas and keeps his nose clean, you bet they'll want to lock him down. But if things go sideways, they could let him walk and maybe snag a compensatory pick later. It's like a high-stakes poker game, and Jerry Jones is sitting at the table with a sly grin, ready to see how the cards fall. For now, though, it's all about getting him on the field and letting him do his thing. What's this mean for the Steelers? You might wonder why they'd let a guy like Pickens go. Well, they've got their reasons. They picked up DK Metcalf from the Seahawks earlier this offseason, and he's cut from the Same cloth as Pickens, big, fast, and a nightmare for defenses with Metcalf in the fold. Maybe Pickens felt like a spare part, especially with his attitude rubbing some folks the wrong way. Trading him for draft picks gives the Steelers flexibility. Maybe they're eyeing a quarterback in 2026 or just stockpiling assets for whatever's next. There's also that Aaron Rodgers rumor floating around. If he joins Pittsburgh in 2025, Metcalf might be his go-to guy, and Pickens could have been odd man out if Rodgers doesn't come. Those picks could kickstart a rebuild. Either way, the Steelers are playing chess while we're over here dreaming of touchdowns. So how's this going to look on the field? Picture it with me. First game of the season, Dak's back under center, healthy and fired up. He drops back, scans the field, Lamb's pulling two defenders, and there's Pickens streaking down the sideline. Dak lets it fly, a perfect spiral, and Pickens leaps over a cornerback, snags it with one hand, and lands in the end zone. The crowd's roaring, Dak's pumping his fist, and Cowboys Nation is losing its mind. That's the kind of play we could see all season long with Lamb drawing coverage. Pickens is going to see a lot of one-on-one matchups, and trust me, he's the kind of guy who wins those battles. It's all about chemistry now. Dak and Pickens need to get on the same page fast, but I've got faith in our QB to make it work. Here's a little side note that's too good not to share. Pickens' agent is David Mulligeta, the same guy who reps Micah Parsons. You know, our defensive stud who's been waiting on a big extension. Jerry Jones had that funny moment earlier this year where he pretended not to know Mulligeta's name. Classic Jerry. It's probably nothing, but it's a fun twist that ties this trade into the Cowboys' bigger story. Or now, though, let's keep our eyes on the prize. Pickens catching passes and Parsons chasing quarterbacks. What about our other receivers? This trade shakes up the depth chart a bit, and I'm loving how it's coming together. Jalen Tolbert moves to the no 3 spot now, which is perfect for him. Last year, he had 49 catches for 610 yards and 7 touchdowns. Great numbers for a guy still finding his footing. With less pressure, he can keep growing into a reliable option. Then there's Jonathan Mingo, who we grabbed in a trade last season. He's been quiet so far, but with Pickens and Lamb ahead of him, he might get some chances to flash that potential we saw in college. Our receiving core is deep, and that's clutch for a 17-game grind. Stepping back, this trade is a neon sign that the Cowboys are done messing around. Last year's 7-10 finish stung no playoffs. Dak hurt, defense figuring itself out, but now Dak's back, Lamb's locked in, Pickens is here, and Parsons is ready to wreck shop on defense. This feels like a team that's not just aiming for the postseason, they're chasing that Lombardi trophy. Are we Super Bowl bound? I'm not jinxing it, but I'm hyped, y'all. The offense could be explosive, the defense is nasty, and if everything clicks, we might finally get that deep playoff run we've been craving. Of course, there's still some ifs to figure out. Can Pickens stay out of the penalty box? Will he and Dak build that connection quick? How's the team going to gel with this new piece? We won't know until the season kicks off, but that's half the fun, right? The Cowboys just turned the excitement dial to 11, and I'm counting down the days until we see it play out. This isn't just a roster move, it's a spark that could light up the whole year. All right, Cowboys fans, that's the full scoop on the George Pickens trade. I hope you're as pumped as I am, because this is the kind of news that makes football season so dang fun. Before I bounce, I need your help one more time. Subscribe if you haven't yet. We've got players update, injury reports, game breakdowns, and all the Cowboys goodness coming your way. Hit that button, turn on notifications, and let's keep this community growing. And hey, drop a comment below. What do you think about Pickens joining the squad? Are you all in or a little nervous? Let's chop it up. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, share it with your crew, and I'll catch you in the next one. This is Alex signing off. Keep cheering for America's team.